liberties, man. But we back, man. We in the building, bro. Peace and love. 561. We live right now, bro. Yeah, man. Hey, man. One thing I understand now, bro, is that you really gotta know how to, what I'm saying, think ahead of a person, man. That you know what I'm saying. You see that they really don't understand what they doing, bro. You see what I'm saying? And when you know that you fucking with somebody or dealing with a situation where they don't know what they're doing, you don't say nothing. You just as dumb as them. You just as dumb as them, bro. Being around and being affiliated with people that you could really be like, man, dot, and then you still be around them and fucked up with them, dude, just dumb as them. Point blank, period, bro. For real, man. And it's sad, bro. It make you separate yourself in a way where, you know what I mean. You got to work on yourself. Cause you're not saying you better than nobody because everybody need work on themselves. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has some type of trait of need to better yourself. You know what I mean? So it's like a life lesson with situations, man. All the time, bro. You know, life lesson, man. And when you in a learning process of life, you know what I mean. See, some kind of way, man. You take heed in a way where it affects you when you get your lessons. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how you doing, man? How y'all doing, man? I appreciate that. Appreciate that for real. You know what I mean. Appreciate y'all, man. I always appreciate any support, man. That's what we're here for. But yeah, man. Try to understand what's really going on when I get myself in situations because I already be knowing that you know what I'm saying that you gotta be careful and stay aware off top, right? So being boom. So if you get through it, it's a blessing. But if you don't get through it along the way and stuff go to happening before you make it to your destination, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to deal with it, bro. Point blank period. You know what I'm saying? You can't let it in you. You can't let it take you out. You can't let it make you. Just know that you got to get through this situation. It's your journey, bro. You feel me? The journey, bro. Pay attention to the journey, bro. Always pay attention to the journey, bro. The journey is the test, man. Trust me. And it's worth it. And it's worth it, bro. It's worth the journey is the test, bro. And it's worth the journey. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna be ready for anything you ain't going through nothing, man? How you gonna be ready for anything and you ain't going through nothing, bro? Going through things in life, man, always prepares you for the real test that's coming. You know, always going through something in life always prepares you for the real test that's coming, man. And one of the main tests today, what's going on is about who you be messed up with. You know, you're going through situations in your life where you gotta keep learning by making the bad choices and being around like certain family members. I ain't gonna lie, today is really family that is the most enemies today. Going through it with your family is so fucking weird today. It's like you going through it with outside people, but you warn with your family more than anything today. You know what I mean? And that's sad, dog. It's so I don't understand it, bro. It's so weird how life turned around, man. You going through it with your family more than anything today, bro. Can't get along, can't spend no time with each other. People is so jealous of each other. People want you to do certain things that you doing for your significant other or your friends. It's they jealous of what you're doing for somebody else. That separates family today. And it used to be a couple people, but now it's like, man, it's damn near the whole side of your family is tripping on you now, against each other. Won't spend time with each other. Won't. So I mean, we messed up, man. It's like it makes you se- get secluded and get in your own bubble, in your own square. It's not, not saying you're better than somebody, to just work on yourself, because you got to always take accountability if things ain't going right in certain situations where you feel like this should be going right. You know what I'm saying? They going wrong. So at the end of the day, when you really get by yourself and you find yourself backing away, it's like God is helping you do something you can't do for yourself. You know what I mean? For real. So that's what I'm saying. It's like it's hard to deal with to deal with people, bro. It's hard to deal with people, bro. It's because it seems like it's only just for a season, because some kind of monkey wrench gonna come into the game, bro. Some kind of monkey wrench gonna come into the game, man. It's like the season gonna die out, bro. It's like a piece of candy, man. That shit gotta you got it gotta come to an end, bro. You can't suck on that bitch forever. It's just what it is, bro. You gotta move past it and go on to the next situation and be prepared for the same routine, man. But get what you can get up out of it for learning purposes. Survival. Mannerism. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge. You get what you get up out of it, man, and be prepared to move on to the next situation, man, and do the same thing and get better within yourself, and then you manifest it out, you know, because it's nothing else to get up out of being involved with people that you know for a fact it's like it's just, you know what I'm saying, it's just not good for you, man. And like I said, it's the number one top people today that's going through that is family, bro. It's not even friends, not even enemies. It's family that you have to separate yourself from, man. For real, it's crazy. That's why people be calling each other's twins and brothers so much, because they born outside the family better than they born inside the family. You got people calling a stranger a twin. It's so backwards and weird to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. But it's the new way of expressing and showing the type where the love is really at. You know what I mean? Peace and love. 561. We live right now, man. Ooh, where he at, bro? Let's go get him. Where he at? Where he at, dog? Where he at, bro? Where that man at, bro? He said he's damn me, he robbed me. Where? Why did he do that, bro? What you got? You got that bag? You must got something they wanted. You must be out there flaunting it all on social media. That's your type. Whatever. And I don't know why y'all want. Listen, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. That's why you gotta get it. That's why you gotta get like levels to yourself. Because if you plain and you think you just perfect honest, then guess what? Then you fucking crazy, bro. You think you perfect honest, you fucking retarded. Trust me, bro. You might be the person that never lie, never cheat, never steal, right? Cool, right? You mastering that, right? Well, guess what? Guess what? I guarantee you what you got about yourself. I bet you might be a fucking picky eater. I bet your fucking ass might complain a lot. I bet you might be fucking dirty or some shit. I mean, just because you don't rob, you don't steal, you don't cheat, you don't curse, doesn't make you right. It's your character still could be super fucked up, 100%. Your character could be so like unbearable to be around. You feel me? Trust me. I know you kind of people, bro. You perfect people that think because you lie about a man-made law, you think you better than somebody, bro. But I guarantee you, you have way more flaws than the person that you think you don't want to be like. And it's sick and sad. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be that way. You should just be like thankful and grateful. Point blank period. Thankful and grateful, man. Well, anyways, yeah. Let's get into it though. For real. Yeah, you know how I do it though. You know, I'm gonna always give you some food. I'm gonna always make sure that I'm respectful, and I'm gonna always be appreciated for anybody that like, comment, subscribe, and share, and understand where I'm coming from. Because at the end of the day, when we on the internet, this is for fun. This is for understanding what's going on today. That you can get on the internet and you can speak whatever you want to speak. You can show something. You can create something. You can have fun with the internet, right? So you know, for all the people that is like not understanding that once you get up here, you are a civilian. Now, if you say you're not a civilian and you get up here and say you're not a civilian, and you say you're not a civilian, then guess what? You have got this internet thing fucked up. Point blank period. Straight up. You shouldn't want to be so serious about a situation where you know it's whatever being watched, right? So that's what I'm trying to say with this serious situation. I'm not trying to say that you aren't what you are for real. I'm trying to say that once you get on this internet, you are a civilian. You would want to be a civilian, bro. You wouldn't want to be so serious pushing that you're gonna do something to somebody. You're gonna do this. You're gonna come on. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not disrespecting nobody. Why? Because that's stupid to disrespect somebody on the internet. You don't make any sense. I'm not trying to draw nobody in and all that. Nah, that's not what it's about. But at the end of the day, you got some people on here that wants to be portrayed to be took serious like that. That's the kind of people I'm trying to explain that shouldn't be took serious because come on, bro. Stop. Quit it, bro. And then if you are saying that, don't say that shit to me. Don't say the shit to me, bro. I don't want to go through that. Don't be directed nothing at me, man. I don't know, man. Stop with all that trying to trick a bitch into some shit to argue about some bullshit on the internet. And then you're going to be talking about you like that, pull up, I'm outside. Listen, man, I don't give a damn where you at. If I ask where you at, it's just because I'm asking the goddamn question. It ain't saying I'm going to come do a fuck thing to you, period. Nothing at all. Not even thinking about it. Not even worried about it. Like, that don't make no sense to me to think I'm finna get up here and make threats and be something that I know I'm not on the internet. No, man, I'm up here to have fun, drop my opinion, you know what I'm saying, give a little, a little couple, things out through my knowledge. And that's what I'm doing on the internet. I'm not up there trying to be no Billy Badass, making threats, saying I'm gonna pull up, talking about I'm gonna do it. I'm not doing that shit. You can have it. You can have it. You can have it. I don't give a fuck about it. That ain't what I'm stopping through for, bro. So at the end of the day, dealing with certain people, that's portraying that image and playing around with it, you have rewards for that type of stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not here to reap no reward about going back and forth with no grown ass man about this and that, about this and that. Okay, you can have it. You already want it, and you can do whatever you want to do with how you want to chop it up, screw it up, do whatever. Because I put myself on here for you to do it. So I give you the content once I get here. You feel me? Once I get here, it's content. I'm content. You're content. But in the day, I'm not the type of person to be talking about I'm gonna kill you, beat you up, but I buy whatever where you at, I'm gonna pull up. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. I'm not doing all that. You can have it though. For whoever do it. If that's how you wanna make your content that way. But don't think that's what I'm doing. Don't think that because if I'm on somebody's page or I'm doing something like that, I'm not on nobody's page to get engaged with you with all that. Where you from? I'm gonna kill you. Pull up all that. If I ask where you from, it's because I want to know. It's opinion. I mean, I want. I mean, it's a question. Where you from? That's it. You can't kill me and want to beat me up because I'm asking you like where you from. That's it. That's it. You know what I mean? And I'm up here with how I'm up here because this how you supposed to do the internet. I don't get it. Like why you guys want to be so serious on the internet? Why you guys want to put you guys wife, your kids, the situation how you living? Why? Do you really want to be that famous to the point where you desperate to put your whole life on the internet where it could be judged by people that you don't even know, disrespected by people that you don't even know? You rather have a image that what people can't affect. Why would you have your real kids up here where people can talk about your kids that you can't do nothing about? So at the end of the day, when you see me up here with my mask on, it's because I feel like it's a game. The internet is a game. So at the end of the day, I'm going to play the game. I'm going to play the internet game. Why not? I'm going to play the internet game. Why not? It's a game, right? It's a game, right? We should be able to play the game with the game. Not being so truthful and so sincere to a game, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm not dumb on that aspect. You feel me? You supposed to know how to be GTA cartoon. You know what I mean? Like in somewhat sense, not so serious, not so true to strangers. You know what I'm saying? Like too truthful to strangers, bro. No fucking way. Like no fucking way, bro. No way. I'm not doing it. I'm not giving my truth to strangers. I'm not doing it. Why? Why should I be that fucking dumb? I'm not doing it, bro. I'm going to continue to play, you know what I mean, the game the right way, and make sure that you know what I'm saying, I'm learning from people that's handling the situation in a way I wouldn't handle it because that's just how you supposed to be. Right hand, left hand, secret society, and this is what it is. If you know what I mean, really, exposing too much, then you can't complain about nothing when something happen. You know what I mean? You can't complain about nothing when something happen because you're the one exposing your truth about you. You know what I mean? Absolutely, man. Blessings, man. Blessings, man. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? You gotta stay aware, man. Stay aware, man. You could be tricked into a lot of things by just being around, right? That's what they do. So you're guilty by association, affiliation, right? Cool. I understand that. I see what's going on. We good on that, right? And like I said, once I enter the realm of this internet, I can be content. I'm not worried about that because I know what I'm giving the internet. So I would appreciate it if you make content off of it because you're going to get me, looked at. You're going to get me, you know what I mean, noticed in a way where they're going to listen to me because what I'm saying is going to be heard if you come pay attention. You know what I mean? You're gonna come listen to me, bro. Cause at the end of the day, you know what you think it is. It's not. So, yo, what it do? Peace and love. 561 be live right now. Appreciate y'all, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and share, man. And I'm so grateful that you know what I mean. You guys coming through, viewing my page. You know what I'm saying? Showing me support, showing me love. You know what I mean? Just giving me a chance to to give a little food out, you know what I mean, to the situation, what's inside. You gotta get it out of there, get it out of there. Point blank period, man. And like I said, man, I'm not here to disrespect nobody. I'm not here to, you know what I'm saying, make threats and you know what I'm saying, go back and forth with grown men, you know what I mean, that I don't know. You see what I'm saying? That I don't wish no harm on and don't even much care about, what I mean, like getting that type of a spat with a grown man, bro. You see what I'm saying? Because if you are a real grown man, then you know you don't do that. You see what I'm saying? You really don't do that, bro. You know what I mean? So if you catch yourself going through that, you got to grow up a little bit. You know what I mean? You got to take accountability that you really got to grow up a little bit. You see what I'm saying? Being argumental with people is like you have some type of mental thing with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just what it is, bro. I've been around people that like to argue all the time. You see what I'm saying? And I ain't saying they bad people. It's just that we all as people have to grow, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You gotta grow, bro. You gotta grow, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just if you don't want to grow, then that's you, right? But at the end of the day, but nobody don't want to deal with that. Don't be thinking that, oh, you know what I'm saying? That. You know what I'm saying? They think they better than somebody. No, bro. You got to grow, grow and let go. Okay, what's happening? What's up, man? Shit, who this is? One subscriber. Somebody got a fake page. Appreciate you coming through. Flood me up. Share it, man. Give me some more people to do that. Give me like 100 people to do that right there. I want that right there. I like that. That helped me out right there. You make it seem like I got a whole bunch of comments. Do it 1,000 times so I could be like have 1,000 comments. This ain't it, dude. I'm just cooling, bro. I don't know what it's supposed to be. What it supposed to be then, bro? Help me out. Shoot. Direct me, bro. God damn, man. Don't talk about me. Help me out, bro. What I supposed to be doing? Help me out. Help me out, man. God damn, bro. Don't do me like that. Don't put me in the trash, man. I'm just cooling, bro. The sun just went down. I was watching the sunset. I was just chopping it up. I ain't doing shit, bro. Just chilling, my nigga. That's it. Chilling in my driveway, bro. Ops, hell no, I ain't got no damn ops. Alright, appreciate it. You subscribe to my channel? My 10 got it for real for you. My my what? Got a for real. I appreciate it, bro. I'm just cooling, man. The sun just went down from the west. It was so bright I couldn't even really catch it that much. For reset trigger. What that mean? Force reset trigger. What that is? School me, bruh. Give me some knowledge, man. Let me get some knowledge, bruh. Force reset trigger. What that mean? Peace and love, 561. We live right now, man. Stay aware. You hear me? Stay aware, bro. Another sense, what we say down here, instead of stay safe, we say stay dangerous, fool. Believe that. We don't say stay safe. We say stay dangerous, nigga. Cause you already know if you stay dangerous, that means you gonna be at your top shit. You feel me? Always stay dangerous, man. Nigga. Don't never stay safe. Shit gonna have your ass scared and freezing up. Being too fucking paranoid, nigga. If your ass stay dangerous, nigga, you gonna be ready. You gonna be ready, boy. Ready like Freddy, boy. Freddy Cougar Claws, nigga. For sure.
change your life until you take responsibility for it. Too many people are waiting for someone to save them, waiting for someone to open doors that only discipline and focus can unlock. The truth is, no. Have you ever wondered why the more you give, the less people appreciate you? The more patient you are, the more they take advantage of you. You see, life teaches us a very interesting lesson. When you don't know the value of something, you misuse it. Many people believe that kindness means weakness, that being nice means being passive. But let me correct that today. Kindness is not weakness. Love is not foolishness. Mercy is not stupidity. Not your kindness. The problem is the lack of boundaries. My friends, one of the greatest misunderstandings in life is the idea that kindness alone is enough to earn respect. Many people believe that if they are nice, patient, and always available, others will honor them in return. But let me tell you the truth. Kindness without boundaries leads to disrespect. Have you ever noticed how the more you help certain people, the less they appreciate you? The more you sacrifice, the less they acknowledge your efforts. You go out of your way to be there for them, and instead of gratitude, they develop entitlement. Why does this happen? Because people do not value what they do not have to earn. Human nature is such that we take for granted what is always available. A river that never dries up is never celebrated. A road that is always open is never thanked. The moment people realize that you will always say yes, that you will always forgive without accountability, that you will always be there no matter how they treat you, they start seeing you as ordinary, as something they don't have to respect. Even God, in all his love and kindness, sets boundaries. He gives grace, but he also demands responsibility. He forgives, but he also expects repentance. He opens doors, but he requires obedience. God's love is unconditional, but his rewards are not. If God, the creator of heaven and earth, does not allow himself to be taken for granted, why should you? Let me give you an example. If you give a child a toy every single day without making them work for it, one day they will stop appreciating it. The first time they will say, thank you. The second time, wow. But by the 10th time, they will take the toy and walk away without a word. Why? Because it has become an expectation, not a privilege. The same happens in relationships. If you constantly give your time, energy, and resources to people who never reciprocate, they will start seeing you as someone they can use, not someone they need to honor. This is why you must understand that kindness is powerful only when it is given with wisdom. Many people confuse being kind with being a doormat. They believe that being patient means tolerating abuse, that being loving means never saying no. But love without discipline is not love. It is self-destruction. If you allow people to mistreat you and you keep rewarding them with your kindness, you are not helping them. You are teaching them that bad behavior has no consequences. I am not telling you to stop being kind. I am telling you to stop giving kindness where it is not respected. Stop pouring into people who only drain you. Stop investing in relationships where you are the only one making an effort. Stop allowing people to use your good heart against you. If someone only calls you when they need something, but they are never there when you need them, that is not a relationship. That is an exploitation. If you constantly give to someone who never appreciates it, that is not generosity, that is wastefulness. If you keep forgiving someone who never changes, you are not being merciful, you are enabling their bad behavior. My friends, kindness is a gift, but it is only valuable when given in the right places. Do not be afraid to set boundaries. Do not be afraid to say no when necessary, because true respect is not demanded, it is commanded by the way you carry yourself. So be kind, but never at the expense of your dignity. Have you ever noticed that the things people work hard for are the things they value the most? Yet The things they receive too easily, they often take for granted. This is a principle of life. People do not value what they can easily access. Think about it. The air we breathe is free, yet many people don't appreciate it until they struggle to catch their breath. Water flows from the tap every day, and no one stops to be thankful for it until there is a drought. But if something is rare, if it is difficult to obtain, suddenly it becomes precious. That is why gold is more valuable than sand. It is not because sand has no use, but because sand is everywhere and gold is not. Now apply this to your life. If you make yourself too available, too easy to reach, too willing to give, people will start seeing you as common. They won't cherish your presence because they assume you will always be there. They won't appreciate your kindness because they know they can get it anytime. This is why some of the most disrespected people are the ones with the biggest hearts. Not because they are not worthy, but because they have given too much access to those who have not earned it.
How'd you find this place? What? Facebook. Oh!
Look at relationships. Have you ever seen someone chase after a person who ignores them, yet disregard the one who is always present for them? Why does this happen? Because human nature is wired to pursue what is hard to get. If you are always calling, always texting, always checking in, while the other person does nothing, they begin to take your presence for granted. Not because you are not valuable, but because you are too accessible. Even in leadership, this principle is true. If a leader is always available, answering every call, attending to every request, people stop respecting their time. But the leader who is selective about their availability commands respect. Why? Because limited access creates higher value. Now, I am not saying you should ignore people or withhold kindness. No, I am saying that if you do not manage how people access you, they will abuse that, allow himself to be treated casually. He says, seek me and you will find me. That means there is effort required. There is a pursuit. And because of that pursuit, there is appreciation. Let me give you an example. If you walk into a store and see a diamond ring placed outside in the open next to plastic jewelry, you will start to wonder if it is real. Why? Because valuable things are not placed where anyone can reach them. If it is truly valuable, it is kept in a glass case under lock and key. That positioning alone increases its worth. The same applies to you. If you make yourself too easy to reach, people will question your value. Some of you are exhausted, drained, and frustrated, not because you are not good people, but because you have given the wrong people unlimited access to your time, energy, and kindness. And instead of appreciating it, they have started to treat it as a right rather than a privilege. So, what is the solution? You must start managing access. Not everyone should have direct access to you. Not everyone should be able to demand your time. Not everyone should be allowed to enter your space freely. Because the truth is, people do not value what they do not have to work for. If you want people to respect your presence, sometimes you have to let them feel your absence. If you want people to appreciate your kindness, sometimes you have to withhold it until they learn to cherish it. This is not pride, this is wisdom. And wisdom teaches us that your value is determined not just by what you offer, but by how you position yourself. So today I challenge you, stop making yourself too accessible to people who do not honor you. Be kind, but be wise. Give, but do not let people take. Love, but do not let love make you blind to disrespect. Because in the end, your value is not just in what you give, but in how you allow others to receive it. One of the biggest mistakes people make in life is thinking that saying yes to everything will make them more respected, more loved, and more accepted, but the reality is the exact opposite. Saying yes to everything makes you look weak, not kind. Many people struggle with this because they don't want to disappoint others. They don't want to seem difficult or selfish. They want to be known as the person who is always willing to help, always ready to sacrifice, always available. But what happens when you say yes too often? People stop valuing your time. They stop appreciating your efforts. They start assuming that your kindness has no limits, and worse, that you have no standards. Think about this. If you can never say no, then what you are really saying is that your time is not valuable, your energy is not precious, and your priorities don't matter. And when people see that you don't respect your own time, have you ever noticed that the people who always say yes are often the most overworked, the most exhausted, and the most disrespected? That's because when you say yes to everything, people don't see it as generosity. They see it as weakness. They begin to assume that you don't have the strength to stand up for yourself. And the sad reality is that when people see weakness, they exploit it. In relationships, this is true. If you always say yes to people who mistreat you, they will keep mistreating you. If you always say yes to people who never reciprocate your kindness, they will keep taking from you without ever giving back. Why? Because you have shown them that you have no boundaries. And when there are no boundaries, there is no respect. Look at the most respected people in the world. They are not the ones who always say yes. They are the ones who know when to say yes and when to say no. They understand that their time is valuable, their energy is limited, and their purpose is too important to be wasted on things that do not align with their destiny. Even God does not say yes to everything. He loves unconditionally, but he does not reward disobedience. He is merciful, but he also requires responsibility. He gives, but he expects stewardship. If God himself has conditions, why do we think we should say yes to everything without a question? Saying no does not mean you are selfish. It means you understand your worth. It means you recognize every request deserves your time, not every demand deserves your attention, and not every opportunity aligns with your purpose. The ability to say no is one of the greatest strengths you can develop because it sets a standard for how others will treat you. Imagine a restaurant that never closes.
Love, Fox. This is what we live right now, man. Just chopping it up.
Never taking a break. At first, it may seem impressive, but over time, the quality of the food drops, the staff gets exhausted, and the customers start taking it for granted because they know it will always be open. But a restaurant that has specific opening hours creates demand. It sets a standard, and because of that, people respect its time and value its service. The same principle applies to your life. If you are always available, people will take you for granted. But when you learn to say no to the wrong things, you create space to say yes to the right things, things that align with your vision, things that bring you peace, things that respect your time and energy. Some of you have been drained because you have been saying yes when you should have been saying no. You have been trying to please everyone at the cost of your own well-being. But today I want to tell you, it is okay to say no. It is okay to set boundaries. It is okay to protect your time, your energy, and your peace. Because at the end of the day, true kindness is not in saying yes to everything. It is in knowing when to say no. Many people believe that true kindness means giving without limits, always being available, and never setting conditions. This is not how life works. Even God, in all his love and mercy, sets boundaries. He gives freely, but he also expects stewardship. He forgives, but he requires repentance. He blesses, but he demands obedience. If God, the creator of the universe, does not allow himself to be taken for granted,
Yo. Peace and love. 561. We live right now, man. Just dropping a little jewels on that situation. You know how it go. You know how we coming, man. Dropping the knowledge on it, you know.